Hey guys, so in this tutorial I am going to talk about Python dictionaries. So here are some of the topic that we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about how to create a dictionary, and then how to access values or how to access values from dictionary using keys, and then we're going to talk about how dictionary is mutable and some of the other topics related to dictionaries. And at the end we are going to end with some of these built-in dictionary methods. So let's get started here. So I have this dictionary that I just wrote. So the way we create a dictionary is by using this curly bracket, and then we separate the each key value pair using the colon. So let's say if I were to just create a new one here, and we would use this colon, and within the colon we have, let's say, brand as a key, and then Ford as a value. So that's one dictionary here. And we can have many other pairs, and those pairs would be separated by using this comma here. So if I were to do, for example, here, color black. So this is one dictionary I just created here. Now, so if we go to a bit more depth here, and now in order to access any values from a dictionary, we need to provide the keys. So the way the way dictionary works is that instead of how we use index to get values from list, we are going to use keys to get values from dictionaries. So let's say I want to get this value Ford, and in order to get that, we need to just provide this brand keys within this square bracket here. So that's how we get the keys, get the values using the keys. Now, if one thing that I have mentioned here is that dictionary is mutable. In other words, we can change the dictionary, or we can. So I'm gonna show that right now. So let's say so I have this dictionary here, right? So it's got two key pairs. One is brand Ford, and then color as black. And I'm just gonna print the ID here just to show that once we change the values for this dictionary, the ID or the memory location would still be the same. So now if I change the brand values from Ford to BMW, so now I just made a change here, and we could see that using this by printing the dictionary. And now we could see that the brand has changed from Ford to BMW, and the color stayed the same. Now if I were to print the ID or the memory location, we would see that it's pointing to the same memory location. So which just means that dictionaries are mutable. Now one thing I want to focus on is that I'm just gonna delete these real quick. So one thing I want to focus here is that dictionaries can be the keys can be anything. It can be string, it can be integer, it can be Boolean values. So in order to prove what I just said, I could do something like true, and then I would say, I don't know, like Brooklyn. And then if I print my dictionary here, you could see that it's taking the Boolean values. We can also have like integer, and then we could have it saved in some values like integer, and that's still works, as you can see. So this makes dictionary pretty interesting to work with, and even though in a productionalized environment you are probably never going to use a dictionary like that, but it's just to keep in mind that these things are possible to put any sort of object as a key in the dictionary. And if I remember correctly, I think it's also possible to put dictionary put anything as values as well. So if I do this, this should work. Yes, so that's also working. So these are some of the interesting things. So one thing I'm gonna try now is that I am gonna try to write a function, and then I'm gonna try to see if I could use that function as key. So let's say I have this function that outputs that takes in a value and then outputs 2 with that value. Okay, so now if I go up here and then I do add 2, and then let's say the output is something like function. So that is also working. As you can see, it's outputting as you can see, it's once I print the dictionary, it does provide it does seem to print it as if this function is a key, and the value is the function name. So this is great stuff, right? So you can see the power of dictionary here, and hopefully you will be able to use some of these technique on your approach. Okay, so one thing that I want to mention now is that you cannot have duplicate keys in the dictionary. So what I mean by that is that so let's say if I were to do add 2 again, that will be a problem, because it's the second one is just going to update the first one. So you see how I have the first one as function, the second one is only going to update the first one. So yeah, so as you can see, it's instead of function, I have this some random characters that I just printed for the sake of it. So yeah, and also you can have but in terms of values, you can have literally anything or any duplicates. So for example, if I have another key as a key here, I can also put USA, which is the same value as the first one, but this will work. Alright, so as you can see, this is working here. Okay, so enough about how to create dictionaries. So let's talk about some of these built-in methods. Alright, so the first one is clear, which is pretty similar to the built-in methods that we discussed in the list. So basically we have this dictionary, right? And if I do temp dictionary.clear, that basically clears out this dictionary, and we are left with an empty dictionary. Alright, so the next one is get. So what get does is it's basically similar approach to getting the value. So let's say if I were to get the value of this country key, I would use it this way. So the one similar approach is to use this get built-in method, and this provides us with the same So it's basically two different syntax for the same approach. Alright, so the next is items. So items basically prints out, actually I should just show it before I talk about it. So it prints out pretty much the whole dictionary, and it's just prints out a list of each key value pairs, and those key values would be enclosed by tuples. So oftentimes when we use these items, we tend to use it in for loop, and we say something like for key value in temp dictionary.items, and then we sort of do some of the whatever we needed to do with each key or value. So let's say I could do something like that key. So if I do this, and then let's say I just want to print value here. So this is just another way to show the dictionary. Alright, so the next built-in method is keys. So this built-in method returns all the keys within a dictionary. So if I do keys, so this basically returns pretty much all the keys we have, which are these items on the left of the colon. Similarly, values does the same thing, but it prints the values, as you can see. Alright, and then the pop is a built-in method that gets rid of a certain key value pair based on the given key. So for example, if I do temp dictionary pop, and then if I give the key of add 2, that's gonna get rid of this this pair. This one doesn't count, right? Because you can only have one keys, or you cannot have duplicate keys. So this one doesn't count, and we are left with this one. And once we apply this pop built-in method, it gets rid of this key value. And then once we print it, we would see that this value doesn't exist here. Okay, and then pop item is similar to pop, except it gets rid of the last item that was added. So for in this case, this would be another key as USA. So let's see if we use that here, and then pop item. So it gets rid of the last item that was added to the dictionary. And now if I print the dictionary, we see that this key value pair is not there. Okay, so that pretty much what I have for today. Oh yeah, one more thing. So update is basically another built-in method. So it works sort of like extend in list. So basically what happens is that you have a dictionary, and then you use this built-in method, and within this method, you as a parameter, you sort of you sort of give another dictionary, and then this updates the first dictionary and adds any new key value pairs. So I think one thing, I could show some of it here. So if I were to show that, that would be, so let's say I have this new dictionary where the country is I don't know, like Canada, and then I have a new new keys, which is zip code, let's say some zip code. So this is a new dictionary. So once we do temp dictionary.update and then temp, it's going to update this country key value pair from the first dictionary, and it's gonna rename from USA to Canada, and it's going to add this zip key value pair in with the first dictionary. So once I hit that, and then when I print the dictionary, we could see that the country is now Canada, and this zip new key value pair is added. So that's what I have for today, and I hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.